Breaking news, the FBI just caught Charlie Kirk's assassin, Tyler Robinson. He is a 22-year-old kid, which is actually really sad that he's really young and committed this heinous act. And apparently his father turned him in. So good for him on his father. I would do the same thing if I had any other family member that committed this heinous crime. I would definitely turn him in. And especially there's like $100,000 reward for his head, which is actually pretty good on the FBI's part because anybody would turn on this guy if you're offered $100,000. But they caught the guy. He fits the description, and I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure this is the guy. There's no doubt about it. And it's just really nice to know that justice is going to be served soon. And I think that they should throw the book at this guy to make an example out of this guy to any other far left radical leftist that want to commit a heinous act like this again. And I think that they should just give him the capital punishment. You know, this heinous act is something that you can't just go to prison for. There needs to be capital punishment for this kid. And Trump went on Fox and Friends this morning to talk about this before they released the information. So go ahead and hear what Trump has to say about it.
Any updates on the suspect?
Yeah. Can I always say, I think, just to protect us all, and so Fox doesn't get sued, and we all don't get sued, and everything else. But I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody, right? In custody. Everyone did a great job. We worked with the local police, the governor. Everybody did a great job.
Any updates?
So this is him confirming that they pretty much caught the guy. He's saying that he is very. They have a very good feeling that this is the guy. So that's good. Great work. It took them about 2 days to catch this guy. And that should show you crazy liberals out there. If you commit a heinous crime, the FBI will find you. They have no problem tracking you down. So this is the governor of Utah confirming the assassin. So go ahead and watch it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at a...
So if you look at the picture right here, and the picture I showed you in the beginning, they look very similar. This has to be the guy. They are distinctly the same looking. They're skinny, toothpick looking liberal walking around with a hat on. And if you look at the picture, he's a skinny, toothpick dude. So this is the guy. They caught him. I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure this is the guy. This is the guy. This has to be the guy.
Approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th, in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate.
Yep.
The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger.
So this is the guy. He has a gray Dodge Challenger. It fits the description. And of course, he's a far left liberal. They want to go on the news and say, oh, this was a happy gun owner shooting off a gun for celebration. That guy was fired, by the way. Good. And I was going to make a video of all these people getting fired and just laughing at them because they deserve to be fired. You don't deserve to do this and get away with it. You don't deserve to celebrate America's greatest citizen and celebrate and keeping your job. I'm sorry. This is the reason why there's so much violence is because of liberal lunatics on the internet celebrating people's deaths, like the CEO guy. the healthcare CEO guy. Now he's gonna explain what weapon he used to do the assassination.
The rifle was determined to be a Mauser Model 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle.
He freaking took Grandpa's heirloom. That's like an old gun, and he modified it or whatever to shoot it.
The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it.
Yep.
Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices bulges, capital OWO, what's this, question mark." Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols.
If you guys don't know, that's from Helldivers. That is literally like, if you haven't played the game, that's you have to press certain buttons to equip score streaks in the game. So that's literally the score streak for one of the missiles that you fire down in the game. That's crazy, bro. Like, this dude is, you could tell this dude is eternally online. This guy was probably an incel too. He probably never talked to a girl. The only girls that he talks to is on the Reddit page who are freaking fat blue-haired feminists. So that's crazy, bro. Like, he's referencing Helldivers too, and it's actually trending on Twitter right now.
Second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow," and a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
So it's just like a meme to this guy. Doing this is a meme. He is so delusional. He was brainwashed because if you listen to the last one, the parents were saying that he became very radicalized in the last couple years. I don't get why these total liberal lunatics just carve in like slogans from the internet, like the freaking far left slogans that are on the internet. They always do this, like the trans shooter at the school recently. He wrote on all the clips, and this shows that the far left side of the internet is becoming a cancer because it's overspilling to reality. It's not just some weird Reddit post that you'll find on the dark web. It's out in the open. There's a ton of Reddit pages that hate on conservatives, and they champion people who hate conservatives. So this guy was probably like, oh, if I do this, I'm going to be a hero to my community. That's what radicalizing people does. Brainwashing them into thinking that Trump is Hitler. And I don't want to hear the argument that, oh, it's on both sides. It's not. If you're watching this video and you have your liberal friends telling you that, show them this video. How come the last like 7 shooters were trans? And they are far left. There was even a non-binary that shot up a gay bar. So one final thing too that he said.
I want you to look at how Utahns reacted the last 2 nights. There was no rioting, there was no looting, there were no cars set on fire, there was no violence. There were vigils and prayers and people coming together to share the humanity. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is the answer to this. We can return violence with violence. We can return hate with hate. And that's the problem with political violence, is it metastasizes, because we can always point the finger at the other side. And at some point, we have to find an off-ramp, or it's going to get much, much worse.
So that's 100% true. Liberals were freaking burning down half of the country about George Floyd, some drug-addicted criminal that died from a cop. And it came out that he didn't even die from the cop. He died from a drug overdose, but they covered it up. And you can see, the one side of the aisle, the left, when something happens to them, they destroy the city. But when it's the right, they go out in prayer. They come together and get, Democrats that feel bad and come together and pray, have a dialogue about what their differences are. That's like, this is going to be like the golden age of America, guys. That's going to be the symbol that Trump is going to be over. Look at the Democrats. They have nothing good on their side. Point out one good thing that the Democrats have done, especially when Joe Biden was in office. Nothing. You can't point out anything. So this is just a stepping point. I hope, and I know that Charlie Kirk's death isn't going to be in vain. This is going to start something new, and I think it's going to shift society in a good way. And um, I'm glad I'm living in this time. This is crazy. This is going to be in the history books, guys. Like especially with like Trump's election, that in itself is going to be in history books. But this is going to be in the history books too. And people are comparing him to the Martin Luther King, Charlie Kirk. And I know that a lot of people don't want to hear it because he's a white guy, but hey man, I guess white people aren't all that bad, right? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new. Check out my other videos about this event that went on. Um, I just feel really sad that this is happening, but at the end of the day, we can only do so much, and justice will be served. That's all we can hope about. Thanks for watching, and God bless.